Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So it's Season 7, and this is War number 10. We've got 3 wars left, and we're in a good position to finish at Platinum 1, but we need to win at least 2 out of the 3 wars left in this season to secure our spot. Alright, so we're going up against an alliance called Samurai Blood. Now, I've scouted out my path, and I actually made a mistake, I guess, or poor decision. I'm not used to this, but this alliance actually Corvus-proof Path 1. You'll see a lot of Mystic champions, there's a Cosmic champion, and I was like, wow. I had already jumped into Alliance Quest. Now, we're only doing map 5 right now for Alliance Quest, and I normally go into map 5 with either just my 4 stars, the 4-star Trinity, Starkey, Blade, and Ghost Rider, but since I got my 5-star ranked up and Ghost Rider ranked up, I started bringing them to Alliance Quest. Even map 5, it just makes it that much easier to go through. So before I scouted out my path, I actually used Blade and Ghost Rider in Alliance Quest. And then when I looked at this path, I would have brought Blade and Starkey in for this path. This would have been perfect for Blade and Starkey. And I probably would have also brought Ghost Rider as well. Or rather, Dormammu would have been a good option there as well, just to get that danger sense against all Mystic champions. It would have been perfect, but I didn't see it in time, and before I scouted out the path, I had already started Alliance Quest. But in any case, we're going to make do. As you saw, so far we've not had too much of a problem. I am using the Scouter Lens bot. You can find a link to it in my description. This bot allows me to plug in, if I have Scouter Lens, that mastery, which allows me to know my opponent's rank, health, and attack. I can plug in their health and their attack, the node that we are on, my tier, and even the class to limit it down a little bit, and it will tell me who I am facing on that node. And in some cases, there might be multiple options. It'll give me all the options that it could be. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of figuring out who is going to be on that node. Now, because I only have 1 in Scouter Lens, I have to be right there before I can see that information. So you can see it off to the right there. All right, so I already knew with reasonable assurance who I was going to face. You know, sometimes it listed more than 1, but it has never been wrong. All right, it's always, if it gives me more than 1, it has always been one of those. And only a few times has it failed to give me anyone at all, and I don't know if it was something I did or not. All right, so we're on the poison node and we're facing King Groot. You saw that I boosted up just a little bit, but I'm actually running Double Edge and Liquid Courage. I'm testing that out. I had done that before, and I think I'm at a point where I should be okay running both of these with the champs that I use for Alliance War and Alliance Quest. So far, so good. And Iceman, of course, really needs it. I can fire off my specials, I don't care, because I'm not using Iceman for any other fight but this one. So, chop, chop, chop goes the lumberjack. And King Groot is down. All right, so at this point, I know I'm pretty much done for the night. And yes, I've been having these problems connecting to the network messages popping up all day. Very annoying. It had stopped after they did that maintenance. Now it's starting up again. So maybe they need to do another maintenance. But in any case, that was all the fighting I knew I was going to do that night. And I normally try to stay up so that I can at least make it to the next, node 46 before I go to bed. I fell asleep. So that kind of, offsets my time for a little bit. Not that much. I ended up clearing my path maybe an hour or two later than I normally would. No big deal. I let the guy who's waiting on me to clear it, I let him know, and it was all good. All right, so now I'm boosting up. And you see here I'm boosting with not the big boosts, just a little 10% boost. I don't anticipate any major problems. Now, the mini boss is Symbiote Supreme. I am not bringing Corvus in there. Like I said, they did a very good job. Samurai Blood, you did a very good job of Corvus proofing this path. There's no way I wanted to bring my Corvus in there, especially if I even had, a mission against that Symbiote Supreme. So I knew I was going to be using my Starkey. So I'm using Corvus as much as possible here. Loki is not hard to fight. That special 2 can catch you. If he has a special 2, you don't want to get caught in the corner. That's the one thing you don't want to do when he has a special 2, because you'll get wrecked by that. I don't know how to evade that. Maybe somebody else does. I'm not one of them. So I try to bait that out as far away from the corner as possible, or just bait out his special 1. All right, so now we're on the unblockable special 1 node. And so I'm looking through, and the class boosts do not work against mystics. So I know that I'm not facing a mystic. So I said, you know what? I have one of these in my overflow, and if I don't use it, it's going to expire. So I went ahead and used that one. Maybe it was overkill. I don't know. But it was either use it or lose it. And we're fighting Proxima Midnight. Now, I don't have a problem evading her special 1. So I'm going into this fairly confident. You see there? Able to evade it. No problem. She's going down pretty well. I'm just trying to build up to my special 2 so we can do that 1-2 punch. And there you go. Boom, boom, boom. You can always tell when I'm going in for the kill, because when I'm building up to my special 2, I only do medium, light, medium attacks. But when I'm ready to put the finishing touches on, that's when you'll see me do a full 5-hit combo. And then the special 2. All right, so now we're fighting Bane. And when I saw that this was possibly a Hulk Ragnarok, I was very happy. But it came at the end, and even though I'll get a mission, I'm still not bringing Corvus in against Symbiote Supreme. Now, Corvus might have been able to take him. I don't know. Didn't want to find out. These are the last few fights, last few wars that we have here. All right, so that special 2 didn't take him out quite, but we finished him off anyway. And again, running both suicides, and Corvus loves suicides. He hits like a truck with suicides. And since he doesn't take bleed damage, but procs the bleed, and since I run willpower, I heal up instead of taking any damage. All right, so now I'm worried about this Symbiote Supreme. I've fought him before, and I was fairly certain I knew what I needed to do. Now, he could be really easy or difficult. Now, you have that unblockable special 2. I do not know how to evade his special 2 properly. It can be evaded. I'm just not good at it. Starkey might be able to do an auto evade. I don't know. But my plan going in here was to go all out, just like I did Doctor Strange early on in my career, because they don't generate power normally from being hit or hitting. So I just wanted to go all out. You notice I'm not even building up any poise charges. I'm just going in. You saw me do an invulnerability boost. That's if my plan failed. If my plan worked, I shouldn't need the invulnerability boost at all. So you see here, I'm just going all out. Okay, I'm running double suicides. I've got boosted. Here you go, firing off my special 2, even though I was going to take recall damage, all so that I didn't have to deal with that special 2. But Starkey can also taunt, as you see here. So there we go, taunted it out, and we had no problem with Symbiote Supreme. All right, so now, at this point, path is finished, no deaths, just the way I like it. So we are about to find out in a moment how we did in this war. All right, so the war is about to be over, and something happened. About 1 minute, I had everything set up to record this final countdown here. It was there, it was ticking away from when it was 3 minutes. Then it got under about a minute, and I went to move the mouse, and my entire computer locked up. I was like, are you kidding me? And there was no time to actually reboot my machine and set all that up to get the recording. So I just said, forget it. I went and I just recorded it on the phone, and I said, I'll just do the narration afterwards. All right. So here we go. The war has ended. And in the past, it used to tell you right here in an animation whether you won or not. It didn't. So we had to go to the history, and as you can see, we won. All right, so we need at least one more win before this season is over to secure our Platinum 1 status. All right, so that's going to do it. Congrats. Well, not congrats, I guess, since you guys lost, but a very good job, Samurai Blood, in Corvus proofing that path. That was very well done. I wish I could have brought my blade in for that. But that's it. Take care, everybody. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you guys have a blessed day.